Hello YouTube snuff community. Today we will be reviewing a gawit original. It's supposed to have apricot in it. We shall explore that today and find out if it's true. It comes in a nice tap box where the lid pops on back like that. Give it a good tap and you're ready to go. This is what it looks like. There seems to be apricot there. It's not very strong though. It seems to be implied more than there. It seems to make you think it's there. It seems to be implied. The menthol is kind of, it's mentholated. It gives a nice cool sensation in the nose. It's not too bad. It's got a good amount of menthol in it. It's not like Wilson's Super Menthol or Gletscher Priest, which has lots of menthol in it. It's really nice. Oh. It's one thing I don't like about doing about back of the hand is you get snuff right here. Let's try a little more. I'll do it from my with my finger right there. It's one thing I've learned about mentholated snuffs and medicated snuffs. To keep from getting rebound, you gotta switch up and you gotta watch your portion size and how often you take it. I should also re-review this. I might re-review the dynamite later. The last batch I had was kind of dry, so I might redo that. Oh boy, I love that cooling feeling and smell. That's the thing with medicated snuffs. I have a hard time smelling other snuffs, but when it comes to menthol and eucalyptus and stuff like that, or medicated seem to just, they all seem to be a cooling smell and feel. There's not really a difference between the two. Initially there might be for a couple seconds, but then it kind of clumps together. But that's the good thing about mentholated snuffs is I get the cooling sensation and I can smell the menthol or the eucalyptus or the camphor. I can smell those in it. Yeah, the apricot seems to be implied. Doesn't really stick out too strong. I think this was meant more over to be a mentholated snuff with a hint of apricot instead of being an apricot snuff with menthol in it. I know it looks weird, but it brings the smell out sometimes. Nope. Didn't seem to be much apricot in it. I thought it might just be me. It might just be me. Who knows? I don't know. I can't remember if I've done this one yet or not. I don't think I've done this one yet. I like apricot though. I liked Wilson's apricot. I think it had menthol in it. It seemed to have a little bit of menthol in it if I remember correctly. It was a really good snuff. I really enjoyed that. I'm going to order more. I do like this tap box though. It's a shame you can't pry it open and put other snuffs in it when it's empty. Well, you probably could pry it open. When it's empty, I might pry it open and put the dynamite in here. I like how this tap box are designed. They seem to keep the snuff fresh longer than other tap boxes I've seen. One more for good luck. Make 4. I don't know what you'd call that. I hear Uncle Squinty call that part your anatomical snuff box, but I've also heard that called your anatomical snuff box and that called your anatomical snuff box. Who knows? I've heard all of them being called, I've heard it all called different things. Ease of snuffing, I give it a 5 out of 5. It's pretty easy to take. You can sniff it with a good force and not have it go to the back of your throat. Scent, for what it's supposed to be, I give it a 2. I mean, I think it's supposed to be an apricot snuff. It's advertised as an apricot snuff, but I don't really smell any apricot in it. It seems to be more implied than to actually be there. I mean, there's a little tiny hint of it at the beginning, but it fades really quickly. So I'd give it a 2. For menthol, I'd give it about a 4, 3 or 4 out of 5. I give it about a 3. It seems to be for strength of menthol, I'd give it a 3. Gledger Priest, I'd give a 5. So, as if that's any comparison, it doesn't seem to be as strong as Gledger Priest is for scent wise. For menthol wise, I should say. Nicotine, I'd give it a 4. 5 out of 10. Overall, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I might buy it again one day. It probably won't be in my next order, but I might buy it again one day whenever I just want something nice. It's a nice snuff. It is. It's not, I wouldn't call it an apricot snuff. I wouldn't advertise it as that. I would advertise it as a mentholated snuff. Mentholated snuff. Plain mentholated snuff. I wouldn't advertise as apricot. I mean, I think that's kind of false advertising. But that's just what I think. No, that's not liable towards the poschl, great poschl tobacco makers. I'm not meaning it like that. Overall, 4 out of 5. Nicotine, 5 out of 10. Smell, 2 out of 10. Menthol level, 3 out of 5. Moisture, it's moist. It's not really moist, but it's like medium moisture. It clumps together, so it's medium moisture. That's all I've got to say about that. As usual, Keep on puffing, keep on snuffing, keep on dipping, keep on snussing, keep on chewing, keep on smoking, but most importantly, keep on keeping on. This is Jeff Huckman signing out.